Hi everybody, and welcome back to another short little video. At the beginning of this week, we talked quite a bit about this gentleman, Piers Morgan. And this was in regard to the whole Meghan Markle, Prince Harry distraction to a significant degree. And it has dominated the news cycle when there were actually many more important things to take into consideration. I think for me, the biggest issue with Piers Morgan is that I'm glad he's been removed from our screens. And before you start at me with, oh, but what about free speech? Well, what about freedom? Piers Morgan has spent the last year, or roughly the last year, essentially emotionally terrorizing the people of Britain from his pulpit on Good Morning Britain. He's been one of the arch COVID lockdown enthusiasts. And I just wonder, people talk about, oh, what about the mental health of Meghan Markle? What about the mental health of the millions of people that unfoolishly choose to watch his program and who are exposed to stuff like, well, for example, this. Here he is on the 4th of January. Forget the COVIDiots on Twitter. Oh, right. So people who don't agree with him are idiots. That's interesting. The British public understands the new variant is spreading scary fast. National lockdown is the only way to suppress it, whilst the vaccines are rolled out to the most vulnerable. Just thank God we have the vaccines. That was Piers on the 4th of January in full-on cheerleader role for the vaccines, full-on cheerleader role for the lockdowns. And so I'm sorry, but and also, by the way, another thing about Piers Morgan is, if you recall, he turned venomously on President Trump in the past 12 months as well. So I'm afraid that I'm very suspicious of the motivations of Piers Morgan. This is a guy who, as I say, has used that position on primetime morning TV to scare the living daylights out of the many people who tune in to watch that. And as I say, he has been mega enthusiastic about lockdowns, which we know, as a matter of fact, damage the mental well-being of some people, as well as their economic prospects. I mean, Piers Morgan can afford to walk away from Good Morning Britain. How many ordinary people can afford to leave their jobs, thanks to the lockdown that Piers is such a fan of? And as for his love of vaccines, as we see around Europe today, several European countries have chosen to temporarily, at any rate, stop the application of the AstraZeneca vaccine, in quotation marks, because of concerns regarding blood clots. Now, as I say, when we have people like Morgan terrorizing and emotionally terrorizing the British people, I'm glad he's been taken from our screens, and those who think, oh, hopefully he'll come back on Andrew Neil's new venture, I don't see any particular benefit of that at all. He's still going to be this kind of pantomime figure who uses these media pulpits to advance himself, really. And so for all those reasons, I think that we're better rid of Piers Morgan. I hope he never comes back onto mainstream media again. I suspect that he will, though. Unfortunately, people like this tend not to go away, but I wish he would go away. So, yes, he shouldn't have been forced to leave the stage because of what he said regarding Markle and Harry. I don't think that was right, but I think he should have gone before that, given all the things he said day in, day out, week in, week out, the emotional terrorizing of the British public over COVID-19 is the reason why Piers Morgan should be removed from the screens. Do let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Am I being too harsh? I don't think so. I think I'm just sort of taking into consideration the broader picture. I judge Piers Morgan in terms of what he's done over the last 12 months, not what he's done in the past couple of days. Hopefully, you will let me know what you think. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you've got the notification bell hit, and we will speak soon. In the meantime, that's it for now.